Hi everyone, Tina Killerin here. Thanks for joining me as we continue the discussion on my top 10 list. And today I want to talk to you about the dirty C word. You know, that word that nobody really likes to say because everybody thinks they get fat from it. Right? And everybody really likes it though. We all like that C word. We love the C word. But we know a lot of us can't have a lot of the C word. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about carbs. We all love carbs. I mean, how many of us say, I love pasta. I love pasta. So many of us will say that we love pasta. Okay, here's the thing when it comes to carbs. Your body needs carbs. Your brain needs grains. In order to operate, your body needs carbohydrates. Yes, you get carbohydrates from your fruit and from your vegetables without a doubt. But there's no way that you can absolutely say with 100% certainty, I'm never eating another grain ever again. Now, if you have a gluten intolerance or if you have allergies and things like that, obviously those things are going to come into play and you're going to need to make adjustments based on that. But what I'm saying is that eat your carbs. It's not a dirty word. You're okay to eat carbs. But here's the important note to make to yourself. You have to watch your portion sizes. How many of us go out to an Italian restaurant and you order a pasta dish and your pasta dish is monstrous? There's a ton of pasta on that plate. That's probably 4 serving sizes of pasta. Your serving size for a grain should be approximately half a cup. Now, you might say, who the frig can only eat a half a cup of pasta? Really? That's ridiculous. I get it, but that's because we've all been trained to eat really huge servings of pasta. What I want you to think about though is, okay, if I can only have half a cup serving of pasta, what else can I do to beef up that serving? Make it a primavera. We talked yesterday about those vegetables, right? Great way to boost up the volume of your pasta by adding a ton of vegetables in there. Make a really great meat sauce to go with your pasta primavera. We talk about meats tomorrow, we talk about proteins tomorrow, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right. So I want to run through my top 10 list of carbs, grains, that you should be adding into your diet. Now, here's the thing that I need you to kind of pay particular attention to. Other than the fact that we're talking about the portion sizes, I don't want you eating carbs all day, every day. Please don't do that. This is where carbs get a bad rap, right? If your body doesn't need the carbohydrates and if your body doesn't need that energy that it's going to grab from those carbohydrates, it's going to store it as fat. That's where carbs get a bad rap. They get a bad rap because we don't need the energy right then and there, so we store it as fat, and therefore we blame carbohydrates on us getting fat. Yes, that contributes to it, but there's a whole host of other factors though too. Okay, so let me go through my top 10 list with you. When you think of carbs and when you think of the grains that you're going to buy, again, as you build your meal planner based on my top 10 list, I want you to pick and choose different carbs every week. There's no reason why you have to eat the same things over and over again. So when you buy your grains, I want you to look at whole wheat, whole grains. Okay, so you can look at whole grain pastas. Again, keep those portion sizes in check. Yes, you can eat bread. Eat whole grain breads. Yes, you can eat tortillas. Because who doesn't love tacos? Duh! We all love tacos. And there's only so often that you can have a taco in a lettuce wrap. Sometimes you just need a tortilla. Make it a whole grain tortilla or make it a corn tortilla. And listen, I know we love cereal for breakfast too. Buy a whole grain Cheerios. Low in sugar, low in calories, not a whole lot of stuff going on there, okay? So if you need that breakfast cereal, go ahead, get whole grain Cheerios. A couple of other of my favorite grains. Oatmeal, steel cut oatmeal, a little bit higher in protein, a little bit longer to cook. So if you've got the time, definitely do steel cut oatmeals. Quinoa, Wonderful. Mix it into a salad. It's great. Again, higher in protein. Beans. Beans, again, is going to be one of those things that kind of crosses the line into a carbohydrate or into a protein, depending on the way you eat, if you're a vegetarian or not. Okay, so for me, because I'm not a vegetarian, beans for me are a carbohydrate. And listen, I'm a big cheese lover, so I tend to eat crackers on occasion too. If you're going to eat a cracker, I'm going to make a suggestion that you eat Triscuits. Triscuits are really just made with whole grains and salt. Not a whole lot of other stuff added to Triscuits. So if you feel the need to buy a cracker, buy Triscuits. Okay, and the last two things, rice and potatoes. Okay, potatoes. I love potatoes. Potatoes are loaded with potassium. Don't be afraid to eat potatoes. Okay? Don't eat potatoes every day. And watch your portion sizes on your potatoes, okay? And I don't care what kind of potato it is. If it's white, if it's red, if it's Yukon Gold, if it's a purple Peruvian potato, I don't care. Your potatoes are fine. Potatoes are good carbs for you to eat. And rice, while I would prefer that you ate brown rice or wild rice, I'm half Japanese. I eat white rice. It's in my DNA. I don't eat it every day. Right? So I probably have white rice maybe 2 times a week. Don't be afraid to eat white rice either. But again, portion sizes, right? We've got to use those portion sizes. Remember, your grains or your carbohydrate serving size is about a half a cup. Okay. So that kind of wraps us up here today as we talk about that dirty C word. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about proteins and meats. Beans are going to make that shift on over into tomorrow as well, again, if you're a vegetarian. So we're going to talk about that a bit tomorrow. I'm going to post up my blog later on today that's going to have this full list of my top 10 grains and carbohydrates, along with my top 10 reasons of why you should be eating carbohydrates. Tomorrow, we talk about meats. And remember, don't forget to click through to the blog so this way you get a copy of my free meal planner. Based on the information that I'm providing in all of these top 10 lists, you'll be able to build your own meal planner and shop with confidence in the grocery store. All right, so thanks again for joining me today. I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow, and I'll see you on the flip side.